30-day challenge. And one of the days is who's my least favorite anime protagonist. I am so hyped for that because I'm about to roast the shit out of Deku. Yeah, no, yeah, is like for the 30-day anime
Protagonist?
challenge I'm doing on TikTok. One of the days is who's my least favorite anime protagonist. I'm about to roast the shit out of Deku.
Kev, you know, Kev, we're gonna get dragged again,
He's an
bro.
ass
We're gonna get
anime.
dragged over
He's
to
an
TikTok
ass
again,
main
bro.
character. All he does is cry, turn dark, and just like, oh my god, he sucks.
Ah, no, hey, man.
You know what? No. I might even have to go against you on that one because based off the anime he came from, he is a good character. He just sucks as like a full blown
Compared to other
powerhouse.
MCs, he's ass. I'm sorry.
If he
He
look,
doesn't
the
even
whole thing
become
is
a
about him
hero.
becoming a great hero. That's what the anime showed him as. They showed him as a good hero. But as for the hero that the world
But
needs,
it even started
yeah,
off
he's not
terrible
that.
because Deku early narrates. So I'm about to tell you the story of how I become the number one hero, not how I became. He's like how I become the number one hero, and then he got dicked over at the end. He's ass now. He lost his powers. All his friends literally poured all their resources into giving him All Might's mechanical suit again. It's like, come on.
Yeah. Ow.
But
Yeah.
You know what? It got so
I think it's
quiet.
adjusting here. There it is. Like even with like literally, and
Oh
I felt
yeah.
like the anime dip is when Lemillion showed up because everybody's like, yeah, he's the main character, and he ends up being the number one hero at the end.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah. Listen.
But that's how they what you call introduced him anyway because he was supposed to be the next successor for All Might.
Yeah, because remember when they first introduced him, he pulled up and he started whooping everybody ass on his first day, bro. And he
Right.
started flexing on them and everything. He cooked everybody on his first on when he first got introduced. They they was gearing up to be that next like the next big thing.
Like
They
they
was.
dead
That's how they
ass
was
said,
prepping him up to be.
Mm-hmm.
what they say at the end of was it season 2 or 3, right when like Lemillion showed up in that final episode. They said, "Wow, what powerful quirk he has." Even his own homie was like, "He don't have a powerful quirk. His quirk is Dookie cheeks." Just for them to still get their ass whipped, all in one A.
Yeah,
Yep.
they was hating on him. They was hating on him. They was talking all this crap about him, everything like that. They hate it, and he still whoop everybody's
He is
behind,
just
bro.
yeah,
Everybody.
Deku. What day is that too?
Deku wish he could do that.
Deku was really
Deku
about
wish
to
he could
give
do
up the
that, bro.
quirk and give it to him. He was like, ah, I can't be the MC of this anime no more. You take
Nah,
it.
yeah, because he
That's
getting
day
carried in his
16,
own
so I
show,
literally have
bro.
8 more days. You know
Bro,
what?
it's about to be a field day up in this
That could
joint.
be day 16 and 17 because day 17 is the worst ending. And I'm like, man, my hero still got the worst ending. What the hell? Bro did all this just to not to keep his powers and work at McDonald's.
Bruh. Like I feel like I understand giving him All Might's like the metal suit or whatever, but like I don't know. They should have let him keep a quirk or something, or even develop his
Deku.
own somehow.
Who? Who?
Deku.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I feel like at the end of it,
I,
when everything was given away, I feel like he should either like at that point developed a quirk
right.
or he was given a quirk by
I
someone
honestly
else or
thought,
something else. I don't know.
I honestly
I
thought
I
when like
wouldn't know how
Deku and
still.
Shiraki did the fist bump, when that scene happened, I thought that was when Shiraki was giving him both quirks, like one for all and all for one. I thought he was gonna give him back both of them. He was like, Nah, you a real hero, homie. Fade away. So, Deck, you still got the crick? Nah, it's fading away. I I can guarantee you he
It's
did not
fading away.
graduate with that quirk.
Nah, that shit went away like
Well,
it had to go
probably.
away with like in the month. Oh my gosh, that's just. I'm sorry. That is a sad. That's a sad ending for like someone you like. You don't want your main character to be end up powerless by the end of it. And if he was going to be
Right.
powerless, you should have told me at the beginning of it.
Nah,
Like,
for real.
Deku
Yeah.
did,
Like you made it seem like he
which
was
he
going to
could
keep that
have.
quirk until he gave it to
Because
somebody
there's other
else.
people that he met. Even one of the, there's a character with no quirk that's a young kid in one of the movies. I think I gotta look back into it. But he could have just gave him to that kid, or Deku just could have been just the last person with that quirk. But nope. He's like, how are we going to defeat Shigaraki? Oh my gosh, my messages. Go protect him. And then he just loses it. I was like, ugh. Welcome to another episode of
Oh,
the
bruh.
Anime Mafia. I had to go on that rant again. And we are here, special guest star, our homie Ray. He actually has participated in the Hunger Games. So we have Ray here. And he's
Okay.
going to give us his little insight on the Hunger Games. Like your experience, what made you want to do it, what games you participated in, and are you willing to redo it?
Um. Okay. So I got I, I got volunteered to do it. There was a heavy amount of volunteer effort in this, my boy. Heavy amount of volunteer effort. So it was mainly like it was mainly a thought of like, okay, we're gonna try to get a few things for the shop because, as you know, I own an anime cafe and like an MMA cafe in Harrisburg. So I was trying to get like something on the wall, something cool that I can do, like trying to get some cosplay competitions and just something under my belt. So I was like, it'll be fun. I was wrong. It was intense. It was fun, but it was very intense.
Damn.
8 miles, nigga. 8 miles.
Yo.
An 8 mile run, walk, and uh, it would be completely fine if like it was like anime accurate, right? Like straight line and up and kind of and like mainly straight though, mainly straight because you're gonna be running for a long ass time. But when you're running and it goes from that to that and then to that and then back to that immediately, your ankles are rolling the entire time. The
Mm-mm.
entire time. And that was
Damn.
just phase one. That was just when you first got there. That was when there was only 750 of us. Because you had to think there was supposed to be 1,000 of us. Only
Oh wow.
750 people showed up.
What?
There's originally supposed to be 1,000. There was 1,000 tickets sold. There was only 1,000 tickets sold.
Damn.
750 people showed up.
Yeah.
Sound like some people
Wow.
wasted their money.
Bro, rat. Wait, how much it cost? How much was the ticket?
So the ticket originally was $40. So I bought it when I bought two tickets for myself and one of my coworkers back when it was $40. Now it was not $40 the week prior. It was
Ooh.
sure as shitty $200. Yeah. Oh yeah, my boy. It jumped significantly.
200
Like
phone?
midway. Okay, so in the beginning it was 40. And then like a few months after, they were like, okay, we're gonna escalate to 80 because there was getting a lot more traction. And that stayed 80 up until 3 months prior to
Sound
it
like an
starting,
anime
and it
ticket.
jumped to
Anime
200.
con ticket.
Yeah.
No, okay, I was
Oh
about
yeah.
to say that,
pretty
Kev.
much.
You get that early pass though was $40. Early pass
Wow.
was $40.
Wait, what made it too?
So
What made it so expensive? Like, what made it like 200? Like, why did
It got
it increase?
popular.
it got popular advertising. They had the whole obstacle course, which came from the official like, obstacle course people. It was a
Mhm.
whole thing. So it was just all of that combination to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna need to recoup, and I get it. I respect it. So of the 750 people that were in phase one, only about 300 made it into phase two.
Wow.
325. 325. I'm not gonna lie. 325 people made it into phase two. And I think I was like 320 or something like that. I was like very much last. Like dude, as much as I'm like it was a lot. Like the amount of training I had to do was mainly on like not endurance. It was just mentally being okay with running when you're not like okay to keep going. You just keep focusing on the finish line and you should be alright.
Hmm.
Right.
There was so
Yo,
many people cheating.
yo, that,
Let me just
Wow.
phrase
yo,
that.
I saw the
So
I saw
yo,
stream,
that
nothing
on
was
your,
many
funny.
hey,
cheated.
bro.
I saw
Yeah, yo,
Kev. I saw that on your TikTok.
yo,
The corner cutters.
You
The
that was
The
corner
funny. The
corners
cutters.
was
fact that they
crazy,
cut all those
bro.
people.
who-
So
what
from
happened
what I saw
exactly?
on the Twitch, because I was watching on
So
Twitch, the one when B sent me the link, they said the announcer said that the people who cut off can still finish the race, but they're not going to continue on. They basically got disqualified. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
bro.
because what they did was instead of following the route, like following the original route, which kind of just goes like wavy fashion, they cut through like a big ass field, and it
Nah.
it didn't shortcut anything. It just made it so there wasn't so much this. That's it. That's all it did basically. But it was an illegal route, so they got almost all of them got dequalified. But it jumped like a quarter of the people if you did it right.
Wow. Right.
The
That
crazy
was the
thing,
shit.
the craziest thing I saw like about this was it was right as soon as like the race started. Like y'all got through
Yep.
that, y'all ran outside that big field through the gate, and then y'all made
Yep.
that immediate left turn, and then the next corner is where everybody started cutting. And I'm like,
Yep.
it's only been like 30 seconds to 1 minute into the
So
run, and
fast.
y'all just immediately like I'm gonna get you ahead of like
So
maybe
fast.
50 people right now.
So fast.
Right.
And I
That's
think
crazy.
I think that's what took them the longest because finding everyone on the route after the fact was just that was what took so long. That took like an extra hour. Just to get everyone back to square one. And then figuring out phase two was fun. Uh yeah, figuring out phase two was fun. But that took like an extra 30 minutes because they had to get like all the sashes and everything figured out, get everyone's numbers and everything situated and stuff like that. And that was just like a flag football style tail pulling. Just try to get one tail. At the end of it, we were originally supposed to get three tails, including our own. You're supposed to have your own and two more tails. Now, if you lost your tail, you still need to get four tails. So you needed two more. You needed two tails. You needed four tails at that point now, instead of your tail, which counts as two,
Hmm.
instead of the other two. You need four now. But they skipped that, and all you needed now was just two sashes, whether it was yours and someone else's or whatever. You just needed two sashes. And this
Okay.
is what I fucked up. This is what I fucked up because I didn't make it past this. Mainly because by the time I was done, the running portion, I was done. I was already done. I'm pretty sure I was just done by then. So I did it and I went into it, and as I was going, my leg gave out, and I was like, "Oh, this is
Whoa,
fantastic!" And then I landed on that
oh,
hoe.
whoa,
I
whoa.
landed on it. I was like, "Oh, this is bad." And then I tried to get up with my other leg, and it was like, "Boop, boop, boop," and I was like, "Okay, we crawling now." So I crawled to a safe spot, and I got up, and I was
Yo,
like, "Yep, I'm done." Knees were done. Like my brain was like, I'm trying. We're trying, man. Body's just not quite up to par with this anymore. So I at phase two, round two, that was when I was done. Would I say like prospectively, I would say I needed to train a lot more. Like not just endurance, but like everything. Like just making sure I was up to do half that stuff past the race. Because even if I got past phase two, I don't know how long it would last. Like
damn.
the obstacle course,
Mm.
I was
Oh
like,
god.
and then the tug of war looking shit, I was like, y'all out your
Oh,
mind right
Well, you could have
now.
Oh yeah, the tug of war was the one on ones.
you could have done the
That was a
escape room though.
one-on-one tug of war.
Yeah.
I was like,
You could have done the escape room
hmm?
because that was a for
Yeah, I could have
phase
done the
three. You
escape
had the
room.
option of the obstacle course or the escape room, but on the yeah they had to cut the stream for the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
escape room because people was cheating because they was logging to Twitch and they're watching it to figure out the answer. So that's why they had to cut the
Oh.
stream so
That
you couldn't see it
sucks.
anymore. Yeah,
Dang.
Um,
so like
people
the
suck.
only
See, I didn't know that.
People suck.
team that we was
People suck.
aware of that actually did pass was the first team from Escape Room that actually did it because they had no way of cheating. But they figured they what had me cracking up though was that they figured it out within like a
Right.
couple
Yeah.
minutes. But then apparently everybody else was like either getting timed out or they figured out at the last second. So I'm like, hold on, y'all cheated and still couldn't figure it out. But the first team who didn't cheat figured out in like a few minutes.
This nigga,
That's crazy.
that, that's the brains, man. That's the brains right there. But prospectively, what I say, I said it was fun. That shit was very much an enjoyable time. I would say they did a very good job. Just
Mm-hmm.
one making it very challenging. Like like if you, I'm not even gonna lie, if you was sub 200 something pounds, you were eliminated the first round. Like big nigga, like I was the only big nigga that made it,
Let's
bro.
go!
You know
Right,
how
bring it home
weird
for the
that
big niggas.
was?
Mm,
That was
that's
the weirdest shit.
crazy.
Like I was the only sub 200 nigga that made it. And I was like,
damn,
I looked
damn.
around, I was like, everyone else was like track and field people. Like people that actively did this shit for a living. I was like,
Yeah. They were
I'm
all
in
pro.
over my head.
He
Ray,
went beyond plus ultra.
you are the true
He
my
went.
I
hero.
was just like,
Fuck
I am
that.
in over
You're the
my
true
head.
my hero.
Yeah, you the main
Dog,
character.
I was
You
in
the
over
main.
my head. So fast in over my head. I was like, oh, I am. And everyone was just hyping me up. I was like, bro, I'm hyping y'all up. Y'all got. And then the one dude that looked like, he looked like Maya's disciple. He had like no shirt. He had a top afro and like he he had he had the taped hands. I was like, dude, why are you about to box niggas in
He
a
was ready for that real
fucking
life tournament.
like? What are you doing?
Nah, he was
There
challenged.
was so much.
Yo.
Nah,
There
he
was
was
so
challenged in a
much
Rock Lee.
going on.
He was challenged in a
Oh,
Rock
Like
Lee.
there was.
I
I saw someone that
wish
was dressed as
Yo,
Hisoka from Hunter.
Mhm.
Hunter. I was
There
like,
was
yo, what
Ahsoka that
the
was
fuck?
gone.
yo, I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
It was
there's so
so
many
much,
people.
dude. I wish they captured half the shit, y'all, because y'all didn't even see half the shit. There was so much going on all the entire time. It was so fun. Like it was. It's definitely like okay. So like the biggest thing is a lot of the people that came. weren't anime fans. I'm not. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of them came for the love of the fucking game. Okay,
That's
those
crazy.
motherfuckers came for the love of the sport. They came in coming from doing Herculeses and all that other shit.
That's crazy.
They came in with the love of the game on their heart. Okay, the man that came in
Oh,
first
so he's not even an
loved the
anime.
game.
Oh,
They were not anime fans, my G's. Let me
yeah.
say that. But there was a lot of love for anime in the room. I'm not even gonna say there wasn't. There was so
That's
much,
yeah.
but I am gonna say a lot of people. It was a love of the game, the love of the game for these guys, and I was just, and
Mm.
I had nothing but respect, because my gosh, these were like ready to go people. Like they did this stuff on the regular. This was the weekend getaway. Like we gonna do this to get gains, and I was like, y'all scare me. Y'all scare
Did
me.
you?
Oh, they were just doing it for the achievement.
They doing it to get that
I
side
don't know if
quest
y'all.
done. Okay, they doing it for the
I don't know if you
side.
guys
It was
saw.
on their side adventure.
Go ahead.
They,
Oh wait. I was gonna say I don't know if you guys saw the
there you
dude
go.
cosplaying as Leorio. Yeah. So apparently
Yes, so many
he was
people.
fasting for Ramadan, so which means he had nothing to eat or drink. He in a full suit, running 8 miles. Did the
Oh,
I think he got out at was it? It was I think it was either the third or the fourth. He didn't make the time for the obstacle course, but the fact that he did all that with nothing on his stomach, nothing to drink,
Got you.
in a full suit, just vibing, I was like, that's some dedication there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, was this to do with the briefcase? I'm like, why
yeah, Cap.
he ran with a briefcase?
All right.
I saw you talk
Mm-hmm.
about him, Cap, on your on
Yo,
your
he.
page.
I was like, between Ray and Leorio,
Yeah,
y'all
I
two
saw
is
you
my
talking
favorite
about him.
characters.
Yeah, he was crazy.
I,
Yo, main
I
character
just,
energy for sure, bro.
I'm,
Yeah,
That's
gotta
I
different.
have it.
definitely want to. I want to do it again, but I definitely want to do it better next time. At least to get a little farther. Like if I can get past phase 2, I'll be happy because at least I'm getting farther. Because like the fact that of 750, only 5 people pass.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, that's their
5
goal was to at least try to
people
That's
have it
pass
iced out
insane.
that
pass,
shit.
That
like
is
the whole thing.
crazy.
But only five just says a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think. Yeah, that was insane. Just to watch it buckle down to 5 people. I was just like, God damn.
Mm-mm-mm.
Impressive. Just impressive. Like I can't do say nothing but
Yo.
impressed. Like, dang. Good shit, guys. Good fucking
Yeah,
shit.
they had it. That's
There,
all them.
there was so many. I was just happy. I think everyone's like next
Mm-hmm.
year a lot more people are gonna come in cosplay though. So many people. They just didn't know how much exertion they would have to put in. But a lot of people are probably gonna come in cosplay next year.
You know, I'm pulled up in my Rock Lee fit, bro. Fuck you mean?
Go for
I'm
it.
pulled.
So many people. Like we would- the amount
It
of love
looked
the
fun.
sport though. Like I was just like it was just fun. Like if you went in just for fun, you would have had a blast. If you just went in to see how much, like most of the people, like even towards the back, because at the beginning, at the early stages, I was in the back. When you were talking about Leoto, I thought you were talking about the Leoto all the way in the back with his
See,
daughter that was running with his kid. I was talking with them the entire time. They were fantastic people. Okay. But like but like but like everyone was just like supportive. It was very much a very supportive atmosphere. No one was like just putting anyone down. Everyone
mm,
was just like hyping everyone up as much as you got this. Let's keep it going.
That's
Just
good.
pushing,
That's
pushing,
good.
pushing. It
That's
was a
good.
lot more love and energy and just making sure that people didn't over. push themselves, but they didn't
Like,
hurt
I think
themselves,
they
and I
had
appreciate that.
one
Good.
injury,
That's good.
but like a guy got like a cut under his eye. But the fact that his
Yeah,
cut under his eye looked like he awakened his Mafia the
yeah.
Sharingan. So like everybody was saying it. He's like, oh, he unlocked it. He unlocked it. Because
No
he looked like he
distraction.
wanted to get back in. He was like, don't put
He
it back
leveled
in. I'm
up.
not
No
trying to get out the
distraction.
monster on people, dog. Nah.
I'm about to say, no, man, I got a power boost. We ain't fucking right
Right?
now. Well, yeah, man. Like I would say, it was entire. It was very fun. Um, I think team. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, going in with a team, next level. Period. Next level. If you going with a team, you're going in ahead above literally everyone else. There was like 3 or 4 teams. Like if you looked at like
Mm-hmm.
phase 2, the second round with me in it, there was like one team that was like butt to
That's
butt,
solid.
just making sure no one got behind them. Like a 4-man team like
Mm-hmm.
that would also, because they weren't stopping that either. Like I'm not saying it's I'm not saying it's like a perma win, but it's going to get you farther by doing team play up
That
until
is
the one
genius.
v one.
Mm,
That is smart. Yeah.
mm,
Like it's
mm.
it's just like outside of the running first, the first bit of running, everything else you can basically team play the entire shit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like the escape room and everything. That's
So what you
basically a
saying?
team
Where I'm
play.
going next year?
Oh yeah, we
If
yeah.
man, if we're
Mm-hmm.
doing it, we gotta get those tickets early, and I'm praying they at least they still $40,
I wouldn't be
$80
surprised if
before
they
they
go to
jump
that.
that 200
They
again.
gon'
Go ahead.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
hmm
I I won't be surprised if they charge if they do 300 off the rip. They probably didn't
I
expect to be
wouldn't
that
be.
big
No,
in the
and
beginning.
they started getting some traction with like Crunchyroll and stuff, and like just
Mm-hmm.
advertisers are looking into it now.
Them
It's
jaws can be
it's
400.
fucking done.
Them
It's
jaws can
done.
be 400.
Those
Bro,
tickets gonna be
It's
it's
gonna be
I
over.
could
done.
see
$90.
like if they go
We're
down
gonna see
the
what's up. Like we're gonna see what it is, but
That's a
like if they
cheapest
go
I could
down
Realistically, I
the
see
find.
it getting
anime
150.
convention route, they can do like early
I can see
tickets, and then as it gets closer, then it will probably be reaching the $200-300 range. And I can see like the first wave probably being like $50-$60.
Maybe.
yeah,
But what would be crazy though is if
I
they
can see
still
that.
kept
That would make the
the
most
8 mile
sense.
run, but every other game after that is something different every year, just to keep you like focused.
That would make sense to me. That
That's
would
true.
put so
That's
much
true.
stress on them though. So much stress on them though. Like we have to think like the Hunter organization in the anime was a worldwide organization. This is a very small, just startup organization that just started this year, fam.
Mhm.
Give them some time. Give them
Oh,
time.
I
They
can see
gonna
it.
get there, but give them time.
Yo,
Then they change the shit. I can see them
yeah,
changing up the 1v1 though.
because you can add other things into that. Like, of course, it can't be like how the anime actually has it, where it's just straight fisticuffs. Maybe like you can still do tug of war. You can probably still do dodgeball.
Uh,
What else they can do? I don't know. Honestly,
Fucking tough. The fucking tomahawk hits.
Yeah.
The stick shits with the ball. The stick
oh,
shits with
those
the foam at the
that was
ends
on
that you can
Wipeout.
knock people off with it.
oh, yeah, they can do
Yeah,
those. Yeah.
yeah. The shit on Wipeout. They can do shit like that. That would be a cool 1v1.
True.
Or like knock 'em, sock 'em,
Nah,
bop it
just I don't want to
hands.
fight. I just don't want to fight that Afro dude with the hand wraps. You
They'll
I'm
have to have
cool
a
with
know?
both
foam
of
pit.
I
them.
just don't want to fight him. Bro, go that ass dude.
Oh,
He gonna
damn
do a
right.
straight primary lotus. Oh, bro,
Damn
I
Black
right.
lost,
Rock.
dog. I lost. And this dude unwraps it and
Oh,
pose
no,
like this. I'm like,
nah.
you won. It's like you don't even know what you gonna do. I listen. I don't want to stand around and wait for him to try and do
But
something.
To find out.
All right, Marcus,
I
get
ain't
him.
trying to find
exactly.
out. I ain't trying to find out.
So,
Yo, but yeah, thanks, Ray, for your insight on it.
There you go.
Ooh, did
Hmm.
did you have any questions about? No worries. Did anyone have any questions or anything they
Uh,
want to ask about it though?
let
Like
me
any other
see.
shit?
I
We
Training.
mean,
gotta
I
get training. We
I
gotta start
started my
training,
training
boys.
already.
Oh yeah, definitely. Training.
Uh,
Training
I
early.
started. I started
Who
already.
Good.
who start
Keep it
who
going.
started?
Good. Gotta keep starting that shit. Like
Oh shit.
the amount of active endurance you need for phase one is just kind of high. Especially because when you think about it, by the time you get back from the first go around and you have to go again, because it wasn't just running around that bitch once. You had to do it
So the
twice
whole course
to get
itself is
eight
just 4
miles.
hours.
Mhm.
Mm, that's
So you had
tough.
to go
That's
up. Yeah, the whole course was 4 miles,
We could
and
do
you
it.
had to do it twice. So if you do it in the same place, I'm just hope I just want them to straighten it out. I'm hoping it's not
It
freaking
did look
raining
wet.
the
The
day
ground
before.
definitely did look wet.
Uh,
oh
yeah.
It was freaking moist, and I hate that. I hate that word right now, but it was real. It was real bad. Like so many people were just kicking mud. I was like, oh, yeah.
Uh,
Uh, that's what
Ooh.
kind of that also
Mm.
kind of fucked up because people were also slipping. We could have thought about that because a lot of people were
You know what's
slipping, but
crazy about this whole
damn,
thing though
bro.
is
you
that
didn't really care.
so you guys know that I've been like kind of posting here and there,
it's good.
like during the actual event itself. I literally still had people messaging me in like
Yeah.
my comment section and on personal inboxes. Yo, do you know where we could find a video at so we could watch the whole thing? I'm like, dog, I'm just a normal dude that was just happy to catch it on Twitch. I am not the source.
They think you the source.
They did.
I don't even think they kept the VOD
Mm-mm.
up.
Did it not keep
So
the?
I think they're going to
They
change
really
it
didn't.
because
No,
I think they're
like
going to change
that
it
was just a
because of the
live
fact that the
broadcast.
Hunters Association is following me
Oh wait,
and
no,
they are posting up like
it's
saying the website.
in the fucking.
The Hunters portal where you can
It's
only
in
have
the
access if you
portal.
actually win the whole competition.
The portal. Oh, you
The
have to
hunters
be.
portal.
Oh, you have to. Oh my God.
It's in the hunters portal. I know where it is.
That is
It's in the
genius.
hunters portal. It's there. I know it's there. I have all the ability to know. It's there. It's in
So
the hunters portal
you have to be in the Hunters Association to.
to see past videos because
That's.
then you have knowledge of past tests.
Oh,
Oh,
Mm.
that's
big
That is
crazy.
brain,
genius.
real. Because
That
technically,
is
that's
Okay.
genius.
exactly what the. Oh,
Oh, I
they
get it.
did say that
That's
shit.
that is definitely genius.
Can't be mad at that because all you can really trust now is word of mouth. If they change it, they change it.
That is
Just
genius.
That's
like the
word.
Hunter
That's true.
exam in
That's
the
They
fact.
thought of
show.
everything. They
Yeah.
100% thought of everything you did.
Ooh.
I can't I respect that. Respect that.
Okay. Why
So
is it?
let me ask this, Ray. What do you expect in the next ones then?
I respect that. Um, I expect the run
Mm-hmm.
because the run is just staple at this point. But I'm expecting them to do
Mm-hmm.
maybe something different with the obstacle course. Maybe do it like give it some aerial effect. Maybe make the climb a little higher, stuff like that. Get them down. Do maybe some more army
Mm-hmm.
style stuff because I knew they were leaning towards that for next year anyway. Um, but outside of that, maybe focus more on like increasing the difficulty for the escape room would be nice, and just making it let more
Mm-hmm.
secure, maybe locking it down a little bit more. So, but it again, it would you would basically have to not video that entire aspect of it. So it's just finding a way to allow people to know what's going on, but don't allow them to see the mystery behind it.
Yeah.
It's that type of
I
thing. But
remember
I
one of
feel
them
like they'll
saying
work
like
it
they
out.
should have
But
collect people's phones, but that would probably won't even be a good idea to do that.
no,
That
it
many
wouldn't have.
nah.
Mm-mm.
That many people, it wouldn't work out.
No,
I'm like I
not
think
really.
they was just saying collecting phones just for if you
You can
chose to
try.
do the escape room. But still, I think that was like hundreds of people doing it.
Even I'm about to say, yeah,
That's
even if they yeah, even if they were going to
Mm-hmm.
try to stop people from using their phones, it wouldn't stop them from really they would have to separate them, like legitly
Mm-hmm.
separate them from the crowd itself,
Yeah,
because you can just look for somebody that you
Yeah.
know, like, hey, let me look at your phone real stream.
right. Because either way, it's gonna get out. It's gonna get out one way or another.
Yeah. So
You know,
yeah, they would
people
have to
always
utilize it
find
that
ways.
way.
Hmm.
There we go.
And do you think they're gonna keep it in DC or do you think they're gonna change
okay.
locations?
They would have
Maybe.
to find one that accommodates all areas of the test. So I
Yeah,
don't think they're
because
going
they
to
have a lot of
switch it from
fields.
Virginia for a little bit. It just doesn't make sense because they had way more space
Mm-hmm.
than they needed,
Yeah,
especially
it's
in
the
that
area.
area. So I would say at least for now it wouldn't make sense for them to move it. But given with more time and with like people with just it
Mm-hmm.
having more time being around, it would be
Nice.
more optimal for them to switch it then. But the first few years, I say like first five, see what happens with it. Use the same
Mm-hmm.
space, but utilize it differently every year outside of the run. Because there's not much you can really change about that run. It's just intense
So
for
can
no reason.
you see? Because I remember them talking about on a line of. So this will be a two-part question. My first one is, can you see this being on like national
So,
TV? And the reason I say that is because if you guys remember the original Ninja Warrior, it was on like G4, but then it got so popular that they made it to like an actual like TV
Hmm.
network. And can you see something on that line with the Hunters Association, particularly with how popular anime has become?
I can see I can see it getting some type
Mm-hmm.
of similar recognition. I don't see it getting that level of just love and publicity. Not because there's not a lot of people that love it, just because there is still that age gap in
Mm-hmm.
like TV industry and everything that kind of doesn't like anime.
Mm-hmm.
It still looks at it as cartoons and stuff like that. So I think with time, yes, but I think with the advent of Twitch and everything, and just the blatant ability of other resources that aren't TV based, you will have like more Twitch based channels as well as YouTube based channels surrounded this that is
Okay.
primarily always going to be that for a while. Maybe like, but I also think TV the dying breed, my G. So I'm like, I'm just like with everything going on,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna get there though. I think with time it'll get there. It'll get to its version of
Nice.
TV net that network television. Yeah, just having like reruns and like highlights and stuff, and then you'll be able to like you'll basically be having that same from the presidential arc, where like you'll have that
Mm-hmm.
news network that talks about hunters and stuff like that. Something
Oh, nice.
similar, but like maybe on a cosplay
Nice.
scale.
And then
That'd be cool.
my last question here that I have
Mm.
is, dang, I just lost it too. Come back to me. Y'all got any questions?
Uh,
Nah, I'm good. I think we talked
True.
about mainly
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I it's crazy. Like that's just it's sounds intense, man. I applaud you for going through with that. You were a soldier, bro. You was a soldier. Yo, that's insane, man.
It
Like
was
hearing all that.
so tired.
Man,
The Wawa
Hey,
sheesh.
sandwich
Wawa.
after was
He
very
prepared the sheep.
delicious. A Wawa sandwich after was delicious, is what I'm gonna tell you.
What you get? What was the sandwich? What sandwich you get?
Uh, I don't remember. It was. I think it was one of the panini sandwiches because I was
Joe.
like, nothing else is gonna be good in here. One of the panini sandwiches, one of the flatbreads. I was like, ooh, this tastes good. Flatbread Sammy.
All right, so
Yeah,
I,
I
I think I
can't beat
remember my
that,
last
bro.
question.
Here we go.
Can you see this being a multi-day event if it gets big enough?
It's good, bro.
So like it gives people time to
Multi-day.
recover. No.
E. No. Hell no. Hell no. Uh,
Damn.
and I specifically say hell no, mainly because of just the level
Mm-hmm.
of intensity it takes to do. Um, your body, you give yourself enough rest time, you're gonna be
100%.
too sore to do anything. Like, dude, if I wasn't running
Mm-hmm.
on pure adrenaline going through that entire day,
I
the
remember you said you
following
did.
day I could not move.
Mm,
Mm.
I'm assuming even with
Mm-hmm.
like people highly trained, they're still gonna be sore. They're not gonna be up to their level, up to
Mm-hmm.
their caliber of the previous day. So I think crushing it in one day is the best
Mm-hmm.
bet. Is just very high intensity. So what I would recommend is everyone get a massage gun, like
Mm-hmm.
a $15 massage gun for like Five and Below or some shit, and just have that with you, and just like massage out your legs after the run, so you're not wobbly jelly, and for the most part you should be alright. I've been like almost everyone I saw had have a fucking massage gun, and they were just doing. I was like,
All right,
valid
so bring
point.
the
I
massage
can't
gun.
even. That's respectable. They knew what was good. They knew. They knew. They knew if they didn't
Mm-hmm.
do something, their legs were about to be stiffened up. And you just know these things. But I think if it's a multi-day thing, nah. A lot of
True.
people are going to be too tired the second day to even want to participate. If you even have, yeah, like most of them won't be. Most of them be like, oh, I'm good to go, but they're not going to be
Mm-hmm.
100% like they were the previous day. They're just not. They're not going to
right.
feel 100% because now their bodies had time to rest. Their body had time to reset and do everything. And sure, you'll feel rejuvenated, but you're not going to feel. I don't know. You're still going to feel fucking
True.
sore because you just ran 8 miles the
Especially
previous
that one
day.
dude who finished in first place on that run.
Man.
It's that hard. I don't fucking that dude.
Yeah.
The one in the the spandex. That man's a different breed. That man's a different breed of human. I can't touch him with like a 50-foot pole type human. He a different breed. He was first the
I don't think he
entire
stopped.
run. Okay? You have to think about that. The entire run. He was almost a half a lap in
I
front
think he
of
said
everyone
because they
else.
Mm.
This
I think they
man is a
did yeah, they
different
did an
breed.
interview with him and then he said that he ran
He's
track.
a different breed.
So that probably explained a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was his
Oh,
life
that's
right there.
fucking everything. Shit. That man, there was people there from Lehigh Track and Field. There was people there from Muhlenberg Track and Field. There was a lot of track and field people, and I was just looking at them like, I hope y'all like anime. Like, why
So
y'all here?
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. I ran track and field too. I'm
all
gonna
right,
get,
so
and I got the power Rock Lee
so
on my side.
good thing too.
I
So
got
on
the
our
power
team
Rock
we
Lee
got
on my side.
Marcus
So we
for the speed and we got Joe for the strength. So we can survive this.
I feel like we should be all right. You'll be all right. He gonna keep morale up. We gonna be all right. I promise. I'm just it's just getting into a decent enough shape where like you know you're gonna be okay after the phase one. Phase one is the biggest hump. Once you get over phase one and like your buyers had time to settle out and then go to phase two, phase three, four, and five, you can kind of skate by. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but you can like the first two phases are like the more heavy endurance
Mm.
intensive track niggas down type time. The latter three are like I'm not saying you can skate by, but
Honestly, because the
you can
thing was, I
logic
think
through most of the rest of
wasn't
it
Phase Four they was playing Wolf?
Mm,
and
Yeah,
kind
they was
of get
playing Wolf.
there.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah.
Oh,
as
deception.
long as you just don't get caught, which
Hmm.
is, I mean, as long as you're the
Yeah,
wolf
that's what it was.
and you just play correctly, yeah, you pretty much won. Because like, if they chose me and they say, Kev, you're
Be fun,
wolf, I'm like, oh, cool, I won.
basically. And it's just but yeah, it's like
Mm,
everything they did a good job. They did a very good job. I think all in all, they did a very good job like representing everything, like giving people an opportunity to like show off, show
mm,
out what they had. They did a good job. I think I think with time it's only gonna get better. I think with
mm,
time it'll only get more popular. I think with enough time it can be on the scale of like Iron Man's and such, like as far like track stuff,
mm.
like a nice yearly thing for people. Like I think it'll be on that scale. I think it'll be
Hey,
a
yeah,
nice thing for like anime fans. It'd be nice, and give us something away from cons that are
mm,
interesting. You know, like as much as I love cons, I'm like I also
mm,
like to do anime themed things, like just like you know anime theme things would be cool too. Like
hmm
cons are
yeah,
lovely, but goddamn,
true. Because cons,
I
they're,
would love more
I'll be
anime
honest,
nights,
like you, I still love going to cons, but at the
stuff like
same
that.
point, they kind of are all the same. It's like panel, pictures, deals room, panels again, food. Don't buy the food from the con. Go somewhere else.
Hmm.
And yes, I'll say I agree with you.
Basically,
Like having
every
anime
time.
themed events would be also kind of nice to start implementing. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah, like
I was gonna say it'd
like
be cool if
the
they had like if we had like a real life tuning
hmm?
exam.
That would be cool.
So
Yeah,
you
that
just
would be
do
dope as
like,
hell. Yeah, yeah, that would be.
I just want to know how they would
so
not
the way
make
how
that a
I thought
bloodbath,
about it is
but
that
like
you
that would be
can
cool.
like with the first part you can still have the exams and it can just be like a basic Naruto esque exam. So you can do that. So it's like
Hmm.
trivia
Yeah,
stuff for Naruto with you and your team. For the Force of Death, that can be basically manhunt in a way, and like maybe like alternate the rules. The
Yeah,
second,
okay.
well, the third part, which is like the preliminary rounds, just take the same page out of the hunters exam. It can be tug of war, it can be dodgeball, or you can do like the hammer stick thing that you was telling us about, or that could be just the final round and stuff like that. And then congratulations, you're a
yeah.
tuning. You get like an actual like jacket.
Okay.
Or we could or do all that stuff, and then for the final round, we just get the boxing gloves and the face
Right.
mask and all that shit for
Exactly.
y'all to do. Get the boxing gloves,
I
get the
feel like
pads, and we just start.
I feel like for that one, that has to be like like uh to
There you
upgrade
go.
to Jonin, you know? I feel
Right,
like
yeah,
I feel like you need another exam because if you're gonna make the tuning exams, you're gonna have to be able to at least go up to Jonin. You know what I mean?
exactly.
So I feel like the boxing glove one, I think that's Jonin exams.
God damn it.
Hey, there you go. They can do that.
Or or they can just make that the final, like you said, to make it final round. But the people who make it through the tuning exams, they have the option
There
to
you go. They
do
gotta come
that
back
as
another
the final
like
round.
in like 2 or 3 months to apply for the joining exam. So like, in order for you to do the joining stuff, you have to be the tuning. So like the same way how the Hunters Association, they can only
Okay,
get
yeah,
if
there you
you're an
go.
actual like winner of the whole thing, then you have access to the Hunters portal. It can be the same way.
Hmm.
Where like if you're a tuning, you have access to the tuning portal, and then that's where you can figure out when the joining stuff is going to happen. And then of course you got to participate, do the rounds and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Heck, you can even push it up a notch and even do Hokage shit.
Yeah, I don't know how. No, I don't even know how you even
That's
test for
true.
that one. That's like, hey, choose your president.
Hmm.
Like you can't even fight for that one. That's
And
like,
then he's
hey,
the
I think this
strongest
has to be a
nigga
vote
here.
right now.
That guy. He's like, he's like, how is
That's
that strong?
literally.
He got to run on site. I don't want to fight that guy. I don't want to fight him.
Oh my god!
I,
Literally,
the fact
who
that
got the most
I don't know if
aura?
you guys saw that too, but in the Hunters Association, for like the final round, there was a point where it was an odd number of people because one of the guys that was participating in the final part was in the bathroom. So they actually was going to have an aura off. I don't like how does that even
I
work?
saw this. You just gotta
Mm.
stand there and look
Like,
menacing.
you have an aura off.
Mixed.
I was like, hey, if it worked, it worked. Then the dude came back from the bathroom. There's oh, he's back.
Maybe,
Right.
maybe you have
That
to
would be
let chat
hilarious.
decide. I don't know.
But most
Yeah.
definitely. All right. But we coming down to the end. Ray, thank you for being on with us as a special guest. And we would like to even extend an offer
No, but
of if you would like to even hop in on other podcast episodes, you can.
I mean, sure, whenever it's like
Honestly, we
I don't
kind
know
of just
when
do
y'all
it in
do
random
this.
days when we're all available. Most definitely.
So I'm good. Whatever.
I'll
Just
leave it
let me
in the
know.
chat. You know, just like next time I'll be like, all right, when's y'all availability and choose a day.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Mondays work probably the
Same here.
best for me all the
Mondays
time.
and Tuesdays
Like
and
all the
Wednesdays are the best for
time.
me.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like Mondays work super well just
Mm,
because I've like got
true.
some sleep usually. So
Yeah,
I'm not super groggy. So I'm good usually.
we'll do. And
But
then
yeah, just let me know. Let
thank
me
y'all
know
for
what works.
being on. We are the Anime Mafia. And we'll be back in the next episode. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay cool, stay chilly, man. Peace.
Peace out.